Hello and welcome back to part 2 of 2.3 Intro to Problem Solving, which is the word problems, where we're going to discuss a little bit about driving, a little bit about mixtures, and hopefully 15-20 minutes and then go pass out. So to cover the distance between point A and point B means to literally drive from your home to school or to, point of interest. And it's separated by miles, since we are in US, right? We're going to measure it in miles. And let's say that the distance is 10 miles. And if the distance is 10 miles, then you can say, how long would it take me if I drive at this speed or that speed and so on. And we actually have a formula which would compute that. So if I say that distance is equal to rate times time, this is a rate, which is your speed. This is a very interesting formula because you can anticipate how long your trip is going to take. Now, I know you can, take the GPS and, GPS will tell you will arrive there in 27 minutes, 15 seconds, and 2 milliseconds. But the trick is that, you can also do the rough calculation in your head without actually pulling the GPS. And I'll tell you some cool things along the highway. So, distance equals rate times time, and the rate is speed. So how long, right? How long would it take me to travel 10 miles if I drive at 60 miles per hour, right? 60 miles per hour. So it's a simple equation, right? Where you have your distance, because this is your distance, and you have your speed, actually R, and then you plug in equation. So my D is 60. Sorry, my distance is 10. 10. And the rate is 60 times time. So now this equation has a T instead of X, but you know how to solve this. How do you solve this? Try again. This is multiplication. You do the opposite side. How do you solve the equation? Yes. Guys, this equation was literally, I'll write it here and then I'll erase it. This was literally 60x equals 10. That's what it is. Same. Just written with x or written with t. Right? You divide both sides by 60 because you have to undo multiplication, right? Which is division. So now you have that the time is 10 over 60 hours. And you see that, and you can also think about, right? This is less. This is 1/6 of an hour. How much is 1/6 of an hour? That's 60 minutes. 10 minutes. Good. 1/6 of an hour is 10 minutes. So it will take you 10 minutes to cover 10 miles. Does it make sense? Yeah, actually it takes you, if you drive 60 miles per hour, it takes you 1 minute to cover a mile. So, at 60 miles per hour, we cover 1 mile in 1 minute. Clearly, if you drive faster than 60 miles per hour, you will cover a mile faster, but it doesn't really pay out if you get pulled over and pay the ticket, especially in the double speed zone. Now, do you know how you have exits on highway? Yeah. And you know how the exits are supposed to be every mile? Yeah. So I'm just going to pick, let's pick on 78 highway. It doesn't matter. You join here in Clinton, exit 17, and you exit where the school is, and exit 26. What's the difference between these two numbers? Nine. 9 exits, which converts into 9 miles, which converts into 9 minutes if you drive 60 miles per hour. Now, I know you don't, but I'm just saying. You don't even have to compute things other than subtraction in your head to just have a vague idea of how long it's going to take you, unless you end up behind an idiot who's driving 25. Yeah. But this is the right. This is something that you can all do. The distance between the mile markers, you have mile markers on the side of the road, those little green numbers, and they match exits as well. So there should be an exit every mile, but if there is nothing interesting happening, right, then they skip exits. So you just have, 17, 18, then you have, I think, 20, then 20 something, 22, 24, then 26, right? So they don't have every exit, and then 26, then 29, right? So you don't actually physically have exit every mile, but they should have an exit every mile. And just by simply looking at the exit number and where you're getting off of the highway, do the subtraction, you have your distance, and then at 60 miles per hour, it's literally that many minutes. So you just need to do one subtraction in your head to have roughly how long will it take. Now, I know you're going to be on your app and GPS, but this is, this is one cool thing. Another cool thing about this is figuring out efficiency of a car, right? You look at miles per gallon of how far you can drive, and best by. So eventually we'll deal with that as well. So distance equal rate times time, that's a cool, and you can also use it for running. If you go to the gym and you look at the treadmill and you see those numbers for the speed, they say 5 and 5.5 and 6. That's actually miles per hour, and you can compute things as well. So you can compute this for running as well. It's not just driving, and you can compute it for airplanes, right? Except their speeds are going to be 200-300 miles per hour. And if you want to think about the rockets going to orbit, space station, or you shoot something towards the Mars and the moon or something, those are going to be thousands of miles per hour. The surface of the planet is rotating at thousands miles per hour. 1,000 miles per second. That's very, 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 very fast. So you can really compute awesome things, and that's that part. Now for mixtures, mixture problems are very popular as well, because you can compute a lot of stuff, and compute for instance, in a business, you want to have a business and you want to make a blend of two things. Coming up with a really good price is important, because you want to sell your product. You don't want to overcharge because no one would buy it, and you don't want to charge too little, because then you are at a loss and you're not making money to pay your workers and have a salary and all of that stuff. So in certain mixture problems, you would have to combine, I don't know, two different types of candy and or whatever. They have a whole bunch of these things, but they also talk about coffee mixture, coin mixture, saline solution, acid solution, And then they also have bank loans and all. So we'll do more of these word problems next class, just to start up. But I would like to work out this coffee mixture problem, and we'll end today with working with the coffee mixture. And then the next class we will review this once you try homework and see how well you're doing with all of these things. We'll go from there. So coffee mixture says a more expensive brand of organic coffee costs $12 per pound. So coffee 1 is $12 per pound. And a cheaper brand is $7. So I guess this is non-organic coffee, which probably tastes better. Is it just me, or the word organic is the key word for disgusting tasting or something like that? Okay. Well, that too, but I don't know. It's like I'm not able to find an organic product that tastes as well as the non-organic product. But anyway, so how many pounds of each coffee? So now we got the prices, guys. These are prices for two different types of coffee you can buy when you go to this store, right? So one costs you $12 per pound, the other one costs you $7 per pound. Now, how many pounds of each coffee would it take to make an 8-pound bag of coffee that costs $83.50? Holy nightmare, right? So we want a 8-pound mix valued at $83.50. So that's our problem. Okay, now the way I do this, and again, this is video lecture. The video stays on YouTube. Within 15 minutes, you will be able to go back to this lecture and rewatch me doing this problem 50,000 times if you need to, until they, or whatever amount of time until they shut down YouTube, to figure out how I organized all of this. I'm going to organize all of this in a chart because it's easy to come up with the equation. So here is my coffee 1, coffee 2, and the mix. These are the pounds. This is the price per pound. And this is going to be the price. So I have a chart that has all of the qualities that we talked about. Two different coffees, mix of those two, and then we're talking about the weight, the price per pound, and the total price of everything. So now let me put all of the stuff that I know. I know I want 8 pounds of mix. I know that one coffee is $12 and the other one is $7. And I know that I want my mix to cost $83.50. So this is what I have. So I'm gonna say black equals what I have. Red equals we fill in. Now, the red is going to be simple as this. I don't know how much organic coffee I need, so I'll put X. And I know that if I use X amount, I'll need 8 minus X here to have 8 total. You see, because when I add first coffee to the second coffee, they have to add to 8 pounds. So if I don't know how much I need for the first one, then the second one needs exactly 8 minus I don't know. I can also explain that through the number line or a string. Let's have a string. See, this string is 8 feet long. And I don't know how much I cut. I cut an X amount. The remaining part has to be 8 feet minus what I cut. Because together they are 8 feet. So if I don't know how much I cut, then the remaining part is 8 minus what I don't know. Let's say this was 3, then this has to be 8 minus 3, which is 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. let's say this number is 2. I cut 2 feet. Then 8 minus 2 is 6, and then 2 plus 6 is 8 for the total thing. So if I don't know how much coffee I need to take from the first blend, I'll put X. The second one is 8 minus X because I need a total of 8. The last thing that I'm going to say regarding this, and then we'll move on to the rest of the chart and finish the problem in 2 minutes and 17 seconds, is that X plus 8 minus X is equal to, well, X minus X is 0 is equal to 8. So they work out that way as well. So whatever method you would like to, right? As I said, watch this video again. You can even control the speed of the video, so I can be speaking very slowly, right? Anyway, you can play with those controls. Or you can speed me up and anyway, more red. So guys, when I multiply the amount of pounds with the price per pound, I get 12x, because for each X pound I pay 12 bucks, and the other one is going to be 7 times 8 minus X. So these are the 4 things that you need to fill in, and I mark them as red because, you know, let me do you fill in. How about that? You fill in that. And here is the equation. Let's do blue. This plus this equals to that number down there. We're done. So 12x plus 7 times 8 minus x is equal to 8350. I hope you visually see the way I put the blue. Add the first 2 rows, and then the sum of those equal to the bottom number. Now that equation, and actually the structure of the chart, never changes. So I can now mix, I don't know if you want to do that, but you know, you can mix perfume, two different scents, see what comes up when you mix them, or I don't know, salad dressing, you know, ketchup and mayo to make a McDonald's secret sauce. I don't know. All right. Anyway, this never changes. That's the secret of getting the equation. You just need to distribute, and you're done. So you have 12x plus 7 times 8, 56, minus 7x is equal to 8350. We have common terms here. So that's 12 minus 7, 5x, plus 56 equals 8350. Take away 56 on both sides. That's 5600, right? That's 5x equals to, what do I get here? That's 50 cents again. And then 3 minus 6, there will be a 7 over there. Oh, yeah, 50 there. And then there is a 7. And then there is a 2. So 27. And when you divide both sides by 5, you get 5.5. The tablet is saying that's enough. Go. So what I found out is that I need to use 5.5 pounds of organic coffee, and I need to use 2.5 pounds of inorganic coffee to make the mix of 8 pounds at the price point of 83.50. So we write the answer, and for every word problem you should write the word, like the paragraph answer or a sentence, whatever, because they do all give you points. What now? Oh, okay. So we need 5.5 pounds of $12 coffee and 2.5 pounds of $7 coffee for this mix. Sure. No, we're done. This is it. So next class we'll do more of these word problems, guys. I will see you all either office hours or next week. No, sorry. Well, today's Wednesday. No, today's Tuesday. See you all Thursday in 2 days. So those of you who have to go, go, and those of you who have questions, I'm gonna stick around and answer those.